Hey everyone, welcome to the Follower of One Vision Cast for April the 6th of 2026. I'm excited to talk about today's passage, which is really cool. And I'm just grateful to be alive, to be a follower of Jesus Christ and be on the planet, and that God is using us. He's got a lot of good things in store for us, and He's working out His strategy. And His plan is totally on schedule. Everything's happening according to His plan. It's the day after Easter of 2026. I spent the weekend thinking about Jesus and His resurrection, and that He completed the work that was to be done for us. He's almighty and He's in charge, and everything's operating according to His plan. It may not seem that way to some of us, but God is good and He's in charge. We've been talking about going the extra mile, serving beyond expectations. Last week's vision cast that we did was talking about going the extra mile, going beyond what's expected of us. And today our passage is about serving quietly. So God is working in our world. He's putting us to work in it. And so our verse is about serving quietly. And the passage that we're using for today is from Matthew 6, verses 3 and 4. But when you give to the poor, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving will be in secret, and your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. I've always loved this passage, but it's convicting. The passage is convicting to me for a lot of reasons. One of them is, a lot of times, if I'm honest with myself, I wonder what people think about what I do. And when I'm honest with myself, I realize that I'm much more focused on attention than I should be. I hope that there are things that I've done that have been done in secret such that God will reward me, because I would much rather have God reward me. I would much rather do what God would have me do in the world and see Him get the glory, and then allow Him to reward me for doing what He called me to do. And I think that's a reminder about this in this passage. God's reminding us that even when we give, we shouldn't brag about what we've given. We shouldn't do it for attention. Our goal is to be seen by God and to live before Him. And I think that's a great reminder and a great challenge for us in this community. It's great to be in a community where we can encourage one another. But I want to encourage you to do things that no one knows about, because then God is responsible. God is the one who will see and reward. He's the one who's going to make everything right. God has this call on our lives for us to serve beyond expectation and to serve quietly and do it in such a way to where He's the only one who knows, because when He's the only one who knows, then He will reward us. If we do things to be rewarded, then we get our reward. That reward is being known by other people. And God, I think, has this opportunity for us to trust Him to the point to where we do things and no one else knows about them at all. I want to be more careful to not talk about things and not bring attention to the things that I've done, but rather to do them and lay them in the hands of God and let Him handle it. Let Him take charge of it. I think the coolest thing about being a follower of Jesus is that He's in charge. He really is in charge. He knows exactly what's going on. We're part of His plan, and He has for us a strategy and a plan. He has a calling on our lives. And when we trust Him, we make an investment in that plan. We cooperate with Him to the degree that He is working out His strategy in our world, and we just want to be in a position to take part in it. To me, that's what's so cool about prayer. And it's so cool about serving others. Jesus said that he didn't come to be served, he came to serve. And we've been called to serve other people. Today, we get this opportunity to serve other people. Today, what can we do that helps us serve in such a way to where we remain anonymous, but God knows? One of the ways that I like to do this is by praying. I pray for people. Now, I don't want to tell you all the details, but we can always pray for people. That's something that can't really be taken away from us. The supply of prayer in our world is totally dependent upon whether or not I'm paying attention to God. And so I can bring prayer whenever I'm given an opportunity. I can lift up people in prayer and I can ask God to give me ideas to do things. And that's actually a dangerous prayer, because then the next crazy idea you get is probably from him. And so I think sometimes he gives us the opportunity to quietly serve him through the crazy ideas that he provides. And so today, let's look around at the people who are on our calendar, the people who are, I see people chatting in the live stream. We have friends in the live stream. Interact with one another, and let's stimulate one another to love and good deeds. Big part of the reason why we do this live stream on Monday mornings at 10 a.m. Central Time is because of Hebrews 10:24. And let us consider how to stimulate one another to love and good deeds. Part of our job is to encourage one another to go beyond what's asked of us so that Jesus is glorified. The kingdom of heaven exists wherever the king is obeyed. And so as we obey him today, remembering that he is written, which is what Rick just said in the comments, remembering that God is risen, today we're celebrating this day after his resurrection. We get to remember that Jesus is in charge, that even his death was part of the plan. It's part of the schedule, and he's almighty. He's in charge. He's working out his strategy. And if we simply take a part in what he's doing and trust him, then he will reward us. And much better are his rewards than any other rewards that we get. In fact, in Matthew 10:42, a favorite verse of mine is where Jesus says that even if we give a cup of cold water in the name of a disciple, we shall not lose our reward. That's a promise that Jesus' rewards are eternal. We will not lose them. They will stick around forever. So we've been given this opportunity today to anonymously serve others simply because we follow Jesus. What idea is God bringing to your mind today that you can go carry out? You don't even need to tell us. Keep it a secret. Don't tell anyone about it. As this passage says, don't tell anyone, but rather your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. Matthew 6:4. So today, let's do something that we wouldn't have done any other way, so that God would see and be glorified, and he would be almighty in our world. My phone's ringing, which is driving me crazy. So you can tell that I don't have everything under control, but let's let God put us to work in his world. He's almighty and he's in charge. Thanks so much for being a marketplace minister. Thank you for considering how Jesus can use you and your gift today, whatever you give, because you follow him. That gift will matter forever, and your reward will matter forever as a result of it. Let's not let anyone else know what we're doing today, but let's follow Jesus and obey him and watch him work. Thanks so much for being marketplace ministers. Thanks for joining us in this community. Even if we use this recording as a small group study or anything like that, think of a couple of discussion questions and challenge the people that you're interacting with today to live out their faith a little more than usual, simply because we follow him. what we do because we follow him matters forever. And we won't lose our reward. And we have him working for us. This is just too good. It's too cool to be a follower of Christ, knowing that what we're doing matters forever. So thanks so much for being a part of this community. And thanks for being on this live stream. I'm grateful for each of you. I see there were several of you on here. And thanks for the encouragement. Catherine said, God gives us the grace to do all that he is calling us to do. That's exactly right. He gives us the grace, and all we have to do is ship it. Today, we get grace from him that we can deliver to other people, and he makes it matter forever. And Rick, thanks for the kind words. You are also a good and faithful servant, as are the people in our community. I'm so excited to be a part of a community of people who are encouraging one another and stimulating them to love and good deeds. So thanks to all of you, and thanks for being a part of this live stream. I appreciate you. Have a great day.